Good evening to everyone. I'm Oscar Blue for Border Network News and for America's Voice. How's everybody doing? We have a big day tomorrow. Good evening to everyone. Hope that everybody is good. This live, I was not supposed to do a live today, but we're doing it right now to inform everybody that tomorrow is going to be a big day in the country of Mexico. What is happening in the country of Mexico? I think we're having problems with the connection right here. Let me see if we're having problems with the connection. Are we good to go? Are we having a good connection? Question real quick so I can continue. Are we having a good connection, audience? Can you guys hear me well? Can you guys just say yes so I can continue? Everything seems fine to me. Okay. So tomorrow is a big day. Why is a big day? There's been a lot of major protests in around our country with feminist activists. There have been this last 2 to 3 to 4 months, they've been really active in our country. They've been damaging property, and they've been really extremist activists, feminist activists. They are pro-abortion, and they are they are demanding the right for equal rights. They're demanding the right for equal rights with women, but more importantly, they are demanding pro-abortion in our country. They put up information in social media, these organizations from feminists, that tomorrow they're going to do a humongous march in the city of Mexico that is going to be in favor of pro-abortion and equal rights. And they don't want male reporters. They don't want male reporters. They want only female reporters, that if they are male reporters, they are going to attack. So they already made the first threat. Now, why tomorrow? A lot of people don't know about this history in Mexico, but La Matanza de Tlatelolco is tomorrow on the 2nd of October. La Matanza de Tlatelolco was on that, back in the 60s, I think so, 70s, was a president that killed a lot of students that they were protesting on the streets for better education and and for other things that they were on that particular time on politics. So this president killed a lot of students. Speculation was 60, but they're talking about thousands of students or hundreds of students that this president killed, of students from the UNAM, the Universidad Autónoma de México. So La Matanza de Tlatelolco celebrates, tomorrow, the deaths of all those students on this day, on the 2nd of October. Now, they're doing the march tomorrow. It's speculated that there's going to be a lot of activism. Then they're going to be really extremists with this activism that is pro-abortion around the whole city of Mexico. This feminist activists, they've been damaging every single national treasure where they protest. They've been damaging a lot of national treasure where they protest. When they came over here, they were really aggressive with me. I tried to get an interview. They wouldn't let me. Also, they surrounded me and they pushed me to the side, so I cannot interview, broadcast, video, and not approach them as not even 1 meter close to them. Now, they put out information, national information, saying to everybody that if they bring male broadcasters or male reporters, there's going to be attacks on male reporters, on male broadcasters. Just for everybody to know, last time a male reporter got hit in the face by another male activist over there. This is the presence of, activism, that they cover their faces exactly like Antifa, and they're really radical. Their protest is not just to go outside in the blocks and try to just, put out there that they are pro-abortion and equal rights. No. Over here in Mexico, they do exactly almost the same as they do in the United States. They hurt people. They want to put, they want to they want to make a statement. You must excuse me, people. I still have a sore throat. They want to make a statement, and they want to make their point. And their point is to basically, put out there that they are pro-abortion. Now, tomorrow is a big day to celebrate the killings of students of the UNAM and in Ciudad de Mexico. It's a really important day, for a national day that is celebrated in all high schools and all, and all colleges, about the Matanza de Tlatelolco. These students are, they took advantage of this day, and they're going to go out there and protest. Now, the president of Mexico already said that he's going to put a barrier of police officers and law enforcement to protect certain neighborhoods, and also to protect certain national treasures. Which national treasures? Man, you got the government palace, you got, ruins that they were built by the Aztecs in Mexico, you got the cathedral, you got all these national treasures that they are contemporary treasures when the Spaniards came, and these people are going to try to damage to put out a message. Also, these activists later on last week, they burned a flag. They burned a Mexican flag. So this is not going to be a peaceful march. This is not going to be a peaceful march. It's going to be a radical march. It's going to be like they've been doing. They're going to try to hurt people, and their whole point is pro-abortion. We have seen them over here in Tijuana. We have seen them in the United States. But tomorrow is going to be a big day. For everybody to know, also, there's been the arrival of the Muslim community in our city again. Register number is that what the source that we have is that more than 80 Muslims arrived to the city of Tijuana from particular parts as Syria, as Palestine, as Pakistan, and as also Iraq. There's more than 80 Muslims that they arrived in our city of Tijuana. Where are they staying? The rumor is that they're staying in private hotels, and also there's mosques from the United States and organizations from the United States, Muslim organizations, that they are supporting people over here, these Muslims. They are practically, supporting them on food, on clothing, on where to stay, and, on what to do and what to say over here, and what and who to not to give an interview. Apparently, social media and everything has been putting out images of them going to, Playas de Tijuana and praying against the wall. Now, what is the whole point of this? The whole point of us tomorrow is to go over there and try to find out what is going on with the Muslim community. We went to a mosque, as you guys know. We went to a mosque over here in Tijuana. We had an interview with one of the imams over here. Their posture is to support whoever comes from the Middle East and that is Muslim. So I believe that these people are going to be over there also involved. And not only that, we want to know which Muslim mosque or which Muslim organizations are basically supporting them. A question from Melinda. It says, are they going to one particular shelter? They're not staying in a shelter, Melinda. They're staying in a private hotel. Now, by telling you that they're staying in a private hotel, and by telling you that they're staying in a hotel, it means that these people are not, they have money, like we know. It means that these people, yes, they have the resources to stay at a hotel and to practically, pay a better stay over here in our city, in our country. So yes, there is no shelter where they're staying at. There's one that they were supposed to be supporting, and this is the shelter Caritas. That all these people like Linda Sarsour and and Lolly B and Mark Lane and all these people are the ones that they're always supporting the Muslim community. But as what we have heard is that there's only they're staying at private hotels. Which private hotels? We already heard where they're staying at. We're not trying to instigate to go over there and bother these people, but yes, we want to know what's their whole deal, what they're doing over here. If they're going to ask for asylum, we need to investigate if they're going to the asylum seeker line on a day basis to get a number. And if not, sorry about the glasses, people. If they're not, look, it's really easy as a reporter. It's really easy to analyze if they're going across legally or not. And why I say this, because if they are in the asylum seeker line every day, that means that they're seeking the number, right? But if they are not in the asylum seeker line in El Chaparral, what are they doing over here? Because if they're seeking asylum, they need to be at the asylum seeker line every day or till they get their number. And also, so people will know, when are they getting their number. Now, if they're not in the asylum seeker line, that means that is a reality what they're telling me, that they're staying at a private hotel. Which private hotel? There's around 2 or 3 of them that they told me that I already know which so-and-so. It's, I have to do a little bit more investigative, rounds to know what they're doing, how they're moving, and if they're going to the United States or their goal is to be over here. But we already know, people, that their goal is not to stay in Mexico. Their goal is to be in the United States, to cross to the United States. Now, organizations like Shelter Caritas and all these people like Mark Lane, Linda Sarsour, and all these Bertie Gutierrez and all these people that they are over here in Tijuana, they're well known of being supportive of the the Muslim community. That we need to know, how are these people now involved with the arrival of more Muslims into our city. Now we are, like I already told you, there's 3 mosques in the city of Rosarito, and there's 1 mosque in the city of Tijuana. The city of Tijuana is the one that has the biggest Muslim community in the whole state. In Mexicali, there's no mosque as we speak right now, that they're building as we speak. Now, there's supposed to be a shelter that is built by only these people. This shelter is it's not in the city of Tijuana. It's out of the limits of the city of Tijuana, and it's really hard to find. But we already know where so and so. They have told me where is the location. It's a shelter specifically for so there's a big speculation on one hotel that they're staying at. The whole motive of these people are basically to ask for asylum, as Haitians have been here, as people from Africa have been here, and have people, a lot of people that have been on this. I'm sorry, I got another phone call. So our job is to investigate what is the whole movement, what is the whole motive, why they're staying over here, and also to give you guys more information about what's going on. Really important interview tomorrow. Probably we're going to have a really important interview tomorrow regarding the shelter that is getting built, that is getting funded by the United Nations over here in Tijuana. Really important interview tomorrow for you guys. The coordinator for that particular shelter, that massive, shelter that is going to be built, funded by the United Nations and Catholic churches and Christian churches by the United States over here in the property between Rosarito and a property between Rosarito and Ensenada. We're going to have an interview with the coordinator that is, basically coordinates the construction and the building of that 5,000 people shelter. That is going to be huge. So we can find out what is the whole thing and the whole motive on these people and where to get in the funds for the building of this shelter, of these 5,000 people shelter. So tomorrow, probably we're gonna get that interview. If we get that interview, immediately I will make a post. And also, my whole thing is to not only get the interview, but to go to the place and show you where are they going to build this shelter, this 5,000 people shelter. That is the most important thing for us to know exactly the location. How are they advancing? Supposedly, this is what the coordinator told me, because of politics and because of the government, that the government now, the Mexican government now, the coordinator, this is tomorrow, she will tell you, but this is what she told me. Supposedly, because of the government, the Mexican government wants to be involved now with this shelter. Now, this is huge, because if she says that, on a live video, it means 100% now assuring that the Tijuana and the Baja California state government is working hand in hand with the United Nations, that this is going to be huge. This is what she told me. It got, the date of for the first rock, to put the first rock for the construction of the shelter, of the 5,000 people shelter between the property of Rosarito and Ensenada, that is getting funded by the United Nations and Christian churches in this shelter that is called the Universal Shelter, Pro-Migrant Shelter. If it is going to get funded by those organizations, and now she's saying that the government is the one that said, hold on a second, don't put the first rock yet, we want to be a part of it. If they want to be a part of it, what does that mean, people? It means that the New World Order now, and all this stuff that we've been telling you, and the United Nations, are going to be working hand in hand, like they've been working hand in hand with our government, but now with the shelter. It's more obvious now that if it comes out of the coordinator's mouth, well, it's basically going to tell us that yes, they are working together with the government of Mexico. As Presidente Andrés Manuel López Obrador Gilberto Lozano last night on an interview that he, Mexican nationalist, he told us that the president of Mexico just gave 2 medals of honors to guerrilleros from they were fighting they were fighting for communism. Imagine that our president gave this 2 medal of honors. So we are seeing more socialism now, and more more of these things coming together. So tomorrow we have a big, really productive day for you guys to see. Watch tomorrow. The march is going to start around 8 or 10 o'clock in the morning. Be watching Mexican news. I will be sharing and sharing live streams from partners and colleagues that I have in the city of Mexico. So you guys will watch how the feminists are going to be protesting, not peacefully. This is not a peaceful protest. In Mexico, is never a peaceful protest. Also, we're going to go and see what's going on with this particular community from the Middle East. And also, we will have an interview tomorrow with this, particular coordinator from the shelter that is getting built between the cities of Rosarito and Ensenada, that is funded by the United Nations. This huge shelter, huge shelter. So a lot of activity for tomorrow. Investigative reporting for you guys. Border Network News and America's Voice, working for you guys to bring you guys the reality and the truth of what is going on with the influx of migrants in our city of Tijuana and in the state of Baja California. Thank you so much for everybody's wishes. Yes, I'm good. My throat is kind of sore. I got sick. And that happens. Apparently there's a virus, and there's always been a virus outside right here, but the change from I changed weathers from Tijuana, and now I was in Guadalajara, so that practically affected me a little bit. It was raining over there in Guadalajara, and over here it's hot. It's a little bit hot, and it gets cold around 6 or 7. Like right now it gets a little fresh, the weather, but I'm okay. Thank you so much for everybody. I'm not asking for funds. I'm not asking for donations for medicine. For this goes out for all the trolls and all the haters. Oh my God, he said he was sick because he's asking because he wants donations. And yes, it's working, Martha. It's working. We are blocking everything that he's doing. I'm not asking for nothing. People were asking how was I feeling. I'm feeling all right. I'm just sick, just for everybody to know, because they're gonna start making videos and these haters and this butthurts, all these people, they're butthurt and haters. So thank you so much, everybody, for your support, and thank you so much for everybody for your kind words that you guys been sending me. Yes, I'm okay. I'm good, man. I'm good. It's just a little flu, man. It goes away. It's nothing hard. It just goes away as easy and easy as possible. So questions before I go. Questions that you guys want to ask, I'm right here for you guys. I'm right here. 5 minutes of questions, and I will answer them for you. Grandma Joanne will bring you some chicken soup. Oh man, that would be nice. Chicken soup. That would be really nice. There we go. We're back. I said low network connection. I'm sorry. I'm sorry, you guys. I lost you guys for a second. I will be taking questions for a couple minutes before I go. Q&A. Whoever wants to ask questions. Also, don't forget we're gonna have a YouTube super chat on. We go as normal as scheduled on Saturday mornings. There we go. We're back. I'm sorry. I said low network connection. So, questions. If you guys want to ask a couple questions right here before I go. I'm taking a couple days off, people, because of the throat. I don't want to be doing interviews and be infecting people. And also, I don't want to be, constantly coughing and hurting my my vocal cords. So that's why I'm taking a couple days off until I get a little bit better with the throat thing. Will they tell you who is behind this? Who is behind what? Who is behind what? We talked about like three topics. Who is behind what and what topic you're talking about? Questions before I go? There's no questions? Okay, people. Well, it was really nice talking to you guys. Have a good evening today. I wanted to do a little video to keep in touch. And so we can talk. We have a bunch of information this week for you guys that we're doing. And it's getting way better every day. And Eleazar Garcia, hell no. That answers your question. Hell no. And second of all, I will answer your question again. Never. And I never needed it. So that goes out for you. So stay tuned tomorrow. We will do a live broadcast for you guys in different places, in different parts of the city. Oh, I got a really special surprise. Hopefully this week, the tour that I told you with the immigration officer, and also the tour with a special agent over here. A special agent from the un policía ministerial, from the law enforcement, from the ministerial law enforcement. We are going to be rolling with him for a whole day, or for probably some hours in the day. It's a friend of mine, so he will show us how to investigate, how to fight crime in our city, and how to find criminals. We will be rolling on a police car with him. He's a really good friend of mine. I asked him if it's been a while since I've been telling him, hey, you know what, man, can you let's do a little let's go on a little round around the city and see. I want to see you work. And he's like, I've been busy, but on the week he's going to help us out. We're going to do a live video from inside the police car, and he's gonna show us how he fights crime in Tijuana, how he finds people, how he does in his investigative ride along. Yes, how he does in his investigative police work. He's ministerial police. He's from the ministerial police. He's a special agent, special investigative agent. He's gonna show us with his partner that he's a really good friend of mine also. So let's show you guys how the police works over here, and how they try to fight crime. Why am I doing this? Because nobody does this to appreciate their work. It's the most violent city in the world, so we need to show the other side of the coin, for people to see and to know how they're fighting crime over here. So thank you so much for watching me. Stay safe, everyone. Stay safe, and always remember, peace and love, everybody, because always your country is first.